Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience proudly presents the Wrestling Chronicles Volume 3. How's everybody doing today? Are you ready for some juicy hot topics? Are you ready for some wrestling tales? Are you ready for all of that? Well, I got it all for you here today on the Wrestling Experience. Plus, here on the Chronicles, I'm going to talk about a job tip for you. If you're looking for a job and you want to be part of sports entertainment, well, I've got a tip for you that maybe you could apply. Yes, maybe you can apply. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm celebrating 500 plus subscribers. Thank you all so much for that and so much more. And please, it's very vital. It's very vital that you hit that like button. Hit that like button on this show. Smash that like button. Give it a tsunami. Give it a bear hug. Whatever you got to do to hit that like button. Hit that like button. It's so important. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, the Wrestling Chronicles is presented by, and it's always powered by, our good friends at the Hardcore Sports.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep 'em out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah.
Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily spreading like a rare disease, but I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you taking shots at the enemy? I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the new song.
All right. And thank you all so much for returning to the Wrestling Chronicles. Thank you so much. Well, let's just get it. Let's just hop into it here. WWE is looking to hire new members for its creative team. They recently posted a job on LinkedIn that explains what the role involves. WWE creative original programming year-round for its popular shows, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. These shows are mixed actions, drama, reality, comedy, and of course, TV and all their characters. So, what the WWE is looking for is the responsibilities for the writer is the following. You must develop strong and interesting characters for WWE talent. The candidate will need to write engaging storylines for Raw, SmackDown, and the WWE and some WWE Network shows. Available on Peacock. The role involves improving specific script segments, checking entire episodes for consistency and flow, using insights from fans and social media to create meaningful storyline that fit WWE's brand and talents. Background is important. Weekly travel to WWE shows, Raw or SmackDown, and occasional travel to premier live events is required, along with joining the creative meeting at the Stanford office. So, if you want to be a writer for the WWE, go on LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn and fill out the application. Send your resume over. Now, this is good. I like the job description because they want to get input from fans. I like that. I like that. I really like that because the fans make wrestling. I've said this before and I'll say this again. Fans make wrestling. Fans make wrestling. And this is great. This is a great job description. So if you or you know someone in your family that would love to be a dream job and work for the WWE as a writer, there's a no-brainer. Send your resume to the WWE. If you have experience writing for entertainment and weekly Sonic episodes, then absolutely you should fill out that application and absolutely you should get the interview. Let me tell you something. If I had experience in writing for weekly Sonic episode television, you better believe I'll be putting my application in. You better believe I'll send my resume over. You best believe that. And attending the WWE's writing team meetings in Stanford, that's not a bad gig. And then you're flying to some of the PLEs, and then of course you go in the Raw and Smack. I don't have an issue with this. I don't have an issue with this at all. So that's the job tip that I have for you all today, and I wish you all the best of luck. Like I said before, go out there and make a difference and put your resume in because, like I said, you never know when somebody is going to discover your talent. All right, let's continue on. By the way, Mike, by the way, I was supposed to have my host, um, my not my host, but my guest, Sarah. Sarah was supposed to be here today, but she has family obligations. So, but I want to wish Sarah and her mom the best of health and I hope she gets better. And I want to thank you all for that like on the Facebook side as well. And like I said before, I'll say it again, folks. Make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure that you smash that like button. It's very important that you smash it. Make sure that you hit that like button. It's very important. Robert, how's it going? How's it going, Robert? How's it going? Lafayette, Indiana. How's it going, Robert? Happy Saturday to you. Thank you so much for popping into the chat. All right. This week, the Wrestling Observer says that Brian Danielson will have an MRI done to assess the damage in his neck, whether or not surgery will be required to repair it. There is some hope that he can avoid the surgery and heal up and be strong enough with stem cells therapy if or when he can return to the ring, depending on depending on how well all of this goes. So I'm glad that you're good, Robert. I'm glad that you're good. Um, if you all don't know what happened at Wrestle Dream, Brian Danielson was severely injured at the hands of Moxley and his thugs. Moxley and his thugs really and truly put a number on Brian Danielson and exacerbated that neck injury. So Danielson will be getting evaluated with an MRI, and they're going to find out how severely damaged the neck is, and try to avoid surgery and do the stem cell treatment and see if that works. And if it doesn't, Danielson is heading to the operating table. This is not. This is a bummer. This is really a bummer, and I feel for Brian Danielson. I really do. Um, that night at Wrestle Dream was so emotional. I did not like the way he went out. I really did not like the way he went out. And I said my feelings on the wrestling experience. I I'm just bummed at this. I really am. But I hope Danielson gets better. I hope that this treatment that he's going to get it works. And if not, then hey, if you got to get surgery, you got to get it done. Get it done. Get better soon, Brian Danielson. And that's that's coming from a fan of yours. So, all right, let's talk about this. According to WrestleVotes Radio, this is from WrestleVotes Radio, SmackDown will be 3 hours long next year from January 3rd until May the 30th. Okay, so SmackDown will officially be 3 hours starting next January the 3rd to May the 30th. Now, if you all don't know, there was a lot of rumors about SmackDown going to 3 hours. Well, this rumor is now a fact. And the WWE is going to make SmackDown 3 hours beginning January the 3rd. So I'm not happy about this at all because here's the thing. I don't think SmackDown deserves 3 hours because there are times where SmackDown is good. We get a decent SmackDown like last night. Last night was decent. And by the way, thank you all so much for the views. The views were fantastic. Thank you all so much for that. But there are times where SmackDown isn't good. Like there are times where SmackDown um has a lackluster um show. And me and Mitch Kofsky, shout out to Mitch, my good friend Mitch. Um it- we were discussing about SmackDown. Me and Mitch, we were going back and forth about SmackDown. I said to Mitch that this is a risk. This is a risk because here's the thing: if you get a lackluster SmackDown, so that means for 3 hours we're going to be subject to a horrible SmackDown. I don't think that's fair to the audience. I don't think that's fair. And then the next Friday you're going to do a stellar SmackDown? No, come on, no. If you're going to make SmackDown 3 hours, all right, fine, but you have to have it consistent. You can't just have one show good and then the next week you just like throw caution to the wind and whatever happens, happens. You can't have that kind of SmackDown. You can't. Because like I said before, I'll say it again. I'm now listen, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's fine. I'm not here to trample on your thought process. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to do that. What I am saying is that what I am trying to say is what my bullet point is here is the consistency of SmackDown, and that's what I'm trying to convey to you. Um, I I don't I don't know. I don't. I mean, yes, it is an experiment. They're only doing it to May the 30th, but okay. But let's say, but like I said before, so we're going to be subject to January, February, March, April, 5 months, 5 months of SmackDown, of flip flopping inconsistency. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm on the fence with that. I'm sorry, folks, but I cannot get on board with this. I can't. It's just I can't get on board. I just can't. It's just like with Raw. Raw does not need to be 3 hours because, like I said before, it's a consistency problem. It's a consistency problem, and that's the only thing that I have a reservation about is the consistency. You can't do a 3 hour weekly episodic television show and you do a good 1 minute, and then the next minute it's like, okay, whatever happens, happens. You can't have that attitude. You gotta have it consistent. You gotta have it consistent. You can't subject the audience to poor booking, whack finishes, and everything else in a SmackDown or a Raw. You can't do that. That's not fair to the audience. It's not fair to the live people that's sitting in the arena either. You don't want to be bored to tears watching a SmackDown that's lackluster, or you just throw the matches together and hope for the best. You can't do that. So, and now they're saying here that on the same article from WrestleVotes Radio, Raw will go back to 3 hours when it moves to Netflix in January. So that means that this 2 hour era of Monday Night Raw will come to a close on December the 30th. And that means when we go back to when Raw debuts on Netflix, we're going to be subject to 3 hours again. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all because, like I said before, I'll say it again, it's consistency. So we're going to get a 3 hour SmackDown and a 3 hour Raw beginning in January. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Okay. All right. Let's continue on. Dave Meltzer was told that the title match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens will be booked on the return of Saturday night's main event in December. Meltzer also says that WWE has plans for Jesse Ventura at Saturday night's main event. Ventura won't be on commentary for the entire show like he used to be. His role is not yet to be determined, but he'll be there for some nostalgia reasons. Okay, Grandizer, how you doing today, Grandizer? I think you go live this. I didn't think you would go live this. Yes, Grandizer. Yes. Congrats on getting 500 subs, my guy. Low knee. Okay. Thank you very much, Grandizer. I greatly appreciate it. Um, Make sure that everybody in the chat, make sure that you hit that like button. Hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Um, so Kevin Owens, it looks like Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens will get it on at Saturday night's main event. If you all didn't hear, good bro, how are you doing? How was your day? Everything is good, Grandizer. Thank you, so thank you. Hitting the like button to show support. Thank you very much, Grandizer. Um, okay, if you all didn't hear the announcement, Saturday night's main event. Getting back to Saturday night's main event. Saturday night's main event is happening on Saturday night, December the 14th. Saturday night, December the 14th, and that will happen at the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, Long Island, New York. Now, this will be a 2 hour show from the WWE in the Nassau Coliseum, and it's going to feature Cody Rhodes taking on Kevin Owens, from what we understand, and it'll be a return bout from the last PLE that they did together. Um, and again, and of course, there is a build for this because, as you know, Owens attacked Rhodes in the parking lot. They did fight each other in the last PLE, and yeah, there is a build to this. So I don't have an issue with this. Owens and Rhodes again mixing it up on Saturday night's main event. I don't have an issue with it. I think it's fine for what it is. It's Saturday night, the 14th of December, as I said, and tickets are available right now at Ticketmaster.com and all Ticketmaster outlets. But okay, so and then Jesse Ventura is coming back to Saturday night's main event as well. But like they said before, he's probably not going to be doing the entire show. He probably will just be like some backstage host or something, and he's going to welcome you all to Saturday night's main event. It's going to be great. So the show will be simulcast not only on Channel 4, but it'll be also simulcast on Peacock. So if you want to watch the show on Saturday night, it'll be seen on Peacock and Channel 4 here in New York if you get Channel 4. But if you can't get Channel 4, you can always watch it on Peacock. And it will be live. It will be live from the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in downtown Uniondale, Long Island, New York. Say that 10 times fast. And it'll be available. All right. So that is that. All right. The Wrestling Observer notes that the WWE has booked a date at the old ECW arena. The belief is that the NXT will be on November the 6th when the show airs on Wednesday head to head with Dynamite. Okay. So yes, Grand Night Peacock. um so if you all didn't hear the news about this, um, because of the election, because of the voting and the election, and because it's election day on November the 5th, NXT will not be seen on the CW11. It will not be seen on the CW11 on November the 5th. They will move over. They are going to move it over to to um to Wednesday, the 6th of November, which means that it will be going head to head with Dynamite. So Dynamite and NXT will be live simultaneously on the CW11 and, of course, on TBS. So Dynamite will and NXT will be live simultaneously. Now, this is great news. This is going to be great. And WWE has booked the ECW arena, the old ECW arena. If you all never seen ECW, this organization was absolutely crazy. If you like car crashes, if you like hard hitting wrestling, if you like cussing and all that stuff, ECW was right up your alley because ECW was absolutely crazy. There was no mats on the floor, there was nothing. This was just full metal to the pedal wrestling. And you saw things, barbed wire, kendo sticks, tables. They used to do the most, and the crowd used to chant ECW, ECW, ECW. Yeah. So the WWE is going to rent the old ECW arena and they're going to transform that into NXT Battleground for NXT on Wednesday, November the 6th. Remember, that's Wednesday, November 6th. NXT was moving to Wednesday on November the 6th. It's only temporary, it's only one night only. They'll be moving because of the election, because it's election day. They're moving over on November the 6th. And I don't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with this, and I don't have a problem with them renting out ECW Arena. I don't have a problem with this. None whatsoever. I got no issues with it. None. Um. All right. Um. All right. Let's see what happens here. So, um, let's move on. Let's move on. All right. Braun Strowman suffered a torn groin during the last Monster Standing match. If you all don't know, the recovery of this type is injury is classified into three categories. So Strowman has a grade 3, which is a severe strain, where most all the muscle is torn, potentially requiring 4 months or more to recover. So Strowman is going to be out for 4 months. So that's what happened to Braun Strowman. Strowman was injured in the match during a Raw, and Seth Rollins helped Strowman win the last Monster Standing match. By the way, Rollins and of course Bronson Reed want to mix it up at the next PLE, which is Crown Jewel. I, I don't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with this again. I do not have an issue with Rollins and Bronson Reed. I don't. He pleaded his case to Adam Pearce that he wanted the match. The both men want the match. Just like last night on SmackDown, when Randy Orton says he wants a match with Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel as well. Will all of this happen? Will all of this take place? There's only one way to find out. We gotta tune in to WWE TV and see if these matches are come to in fruition and if they're going to be booked. All right. Janelle Grant. We're going to talk about Mr. McMahon now. Janelle Grant, representing and as for the NDAs, is not enforced with other former and current WWE employees, so they can potentially come forward with similar accusations to Mr. McMahon. Grant's attorney, Ann Callis, issued the following statement. If the WWE and its parent company Endeavor are serious about parting ways with Vince McMahon and the toxic workplace culture he created, their executives should have no problem with releasing former WWE employees from their NDAs. This is the first step in rehabbing the company, and that covered up for decades of sexual assault and wrestling trafficking. So Janelle Grant's attorney wants the WWE to waive the those NDAs that they have on WWE employees, currently and past employees, so that they can come forward and help strengthen this Janelle Grant sex trafficking case. Will it happen? Well, WWE legal has to get involved in that, and we have to see what happens with that. But I don't think WWE is going to budge on that, and neither is Endeavor. It's going to be an interesting argument, it says, to say none the least. Um, Nick, Nick Curo, Nick, how you going? How's it going, Nick? Earl, what's up, man? Nick, how's it going tonight? How's it going this afternoon? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you. Tyler, Tyler, how you doing today, Tyler? How's it going, Tyler? Smash that like button, Tyler. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for popping in. Nick and Tyler. Thank you. I'm a friend with Mitch. He told me to check you out. Thank you so much, Nick. And I'm glad that you checked me out. I'm glad that you're checking me out because you are cool. And thank you so much. Anybody is a friend, and Mitch is a friend of mine. And it dropped that me. Hi, Tyler. Okay. Grandizer says hi, Tyler. All right. All right, guys. Let's roll on. All right. Let's see here. We talked about that. We talked about that. All right. 500 and well, check out 504 subs. You're blowing up. Yes, thank you, Nick. Yes, I am, Nick. Yes, I am, Nick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you all so much. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, all you have to do is just subscribe, hit that subscribe button. But make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure that you smash that like button. It is the same Nick that you collab with. And thank you, Grandizer, for that endorsement. Thank you so much, Grandizer. All right. Let's talk about AJ Styles for a second here. Returning on October the 4th edition of SmackDown, AJ Styles was interrupted by Carmelo Hayes and eventually led to a match with the Phenomenal One and Melo. Unfortunately, the match itself was abruptly put to a halt, resulting in the referee calling the match off. However, following the SmackDown, conflicted stories concerning AJ started to circulate, with some claiming that the angle to be part of a storyline. Others stated that it was very much legitimate. A further report shed more light on the situation and stated that the injury was planned for the match, but Styles had also legitimately injured himself in the match itself. So, um, yes, it does, Grandizer. Yes, I am partially. I'm under partially review for monetization. Yes, yes, Grandizer. Yes. Um. Okay, so on October 15th, Styles responded to the message on social media to give more clarity to his situation, with one fan stating that they thought that the injury was not real. Styles responded and let them know that it was very much legitimate. It's called a Les Frank injury. Look it up. It sucks. I thought when I took my boot off, I would have a bone sticking out of my foot. So Styles has an injury called the Les Frank injury. Now I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I'm not French. I don't speak French. So um it you can look that up. I believe it's the top of the foot. Les Frank injury. I believe that's the top of the foot. So Styles injured himself in the match. Styles injured himself in the match. And uh, wrestling is not ballet. I've said this millions and millions of times already over. Wrestling is not ballet. Injuries will happen, and we have to treat it as such. That these men and women take these hellacious bumps. And again, like I said before, I understand that. Listen, you don't have to keep hitting me over the head with a wet noodle. I understand your wrestling is predetermined. I understand that. Earl, what is worth you Earl, for what it's worth, you look a little French, yes. And you like French fries and French toast, we? Grant Tyson, you crazy. I'm not French, Grant Tyson, but thank you so much for that. um, uh, um, yeah, we. Pro wrestling is an art. It is, Tyler. It is a pro. It is an art. Yes, but you have to understand something that accidents do happen in the ring. Earl's laughter is healing. Thank you very much, Grandizer. Um, so I, I just, I just say that that bumps are real, and these guys get these hellacious, and sometimes accidents happen. Look what happened to Big E. He's still unable to compete in the ring. There's so many people out there that could get injured, and it happens. It happens. It happens a lot, and we have to understand that. And if we can't understand it, then there's a problem. There's a major proportional problem when you don't understand. Um, but I understand complicitly. I understand complicitly that injuries and accidents do happen, and we have to understand it. And if we can't, well, then that's everyone's issue. That's not mine. I know that wrestling is tough. It's tough. Sometimes you get on the top rope. Sometimes you miss a move. Sometimes you miss a splash. It happens. It happens. And this, I knew the injury was legitimate. I knew he looked injured, and I knew he couldn't stand up after. I saw SmackDown. I called that match with Carmelo Hayes and AJ. The match was going fine, but then when he landed wrong awkwardly on that ankle, and then he stood up and he collapsed, I knew the match was over. I already knew it. He injured himself. It happens. That's why as wrestling fans we can't really speculate on what is a storyline, on what is we can't really speculate on these things because unless we get more information about it, we really should not be speculating on it. Praying for AJ. Yes, Tyler, I'm praying for him too. I'm also praying for Brian Danielson. All of these people that are injured, Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, Brian Danielson, my best to all three of you. And I hope you get back in that ring, and I hope you get better. I'm excited about the Motor City Machine Guns coming to the WWE. I agree with you, Earl. Thank you very much, Tyler, for that comment. I'm excited about Motor City Machine Guns coming to WWE. I think they wanted AJ Styles maybe join them. Yeah, I'm excited about that too, Tyler. I'm excited about that. And yeah, so anyway, like I said before, when an injury happens in the ring, I'm just gonna say this last point, and then we're gonna move on. When injury happens in the ring, we should get more information about it. We should not jump to conclusions because we can't speculate whether it's a work or storyline or whatever until we get the facts, and that's important. So um, I knew it was a legit injury. I knew it, but some fans were like, "Oh, it's a storyline. It's a work. It's a." Well, he clarified it. It came from the horse's mouth. Clarified it. So, um, get well, AJ. That's all I gotta say at this point in time. Shout out to my girl Denise. I know Denise is a staunch AJ Styles fan, and I wish AJ all my best. I do. Um. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? All right. This story that I'm about to tell you all is very controversial. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this much right now. The words that I'm going to use does not reflect me, this show, or any other show that I have done. I don't feel this way. I don't think this way. And I want it to be cleared on the table. So, again, like I said before, I'll say it again. I don't think this way, but some of you fans do. And I don't know how to, I don't know if I should agree with that or should I disagree. Well, all right. Let me just, let me just take the band-aid off here. Okay. Some of you WWE fans over on X and Instagram and everything else have sparked what I like to call a concerned issue. And the issue is WWE and Triple H are a racist organization. And why do I say they're a racist organization? Because some fans are concerned. Now, listen to me carefully. There are reports that some fans are concerned that not enough diversity is on WWE's PLEs. Not enough African American women and men are being prominent on WWE PLEs. And and that WWE is not putting enough people of color on their PLEs. Now I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know what words to use because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I really don't want to say the wrong thing. And I don't want to get roasted over the coals over it. I really don't. I'm just reporting what fans are saying. This is not my views. Good point. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. I don't know what to say or what words to use to make it as comfortable as possible. When you talk about color and you talk about diversity and you talk about all of that, it's a very sore subject and it's a very touchy subject with certain individuals. So you have to tread lightly on what words to use. And I really don't know what words to use at this point. I really don't. I'm kind of like at a loss here. I don't know what to use. I don't know how to say it without being controversial. I don't know how to say it. But Triple H, while I think about my thoughts for a second, Triple H addressed what the fans were saying in the media scrum in the last PLE. He addressed it. He said he doesn't see color. He said he doesn't see color. But my whole thing is that okay, if you don't see color, then how come some of the WWE PLEs don't have, or do they? See, again, I don't know if I should say it or not. I don't know if I should say it or not because have I ever? I don't. Hmm, have I ever seen people of color on WWE PLEs? I don't know. I've seen them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but no. I'm okay. You know what? Hold on a second. Wait. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna retract what I just said. I'm gonna retract what I said. I don't think that that's true. Jade and Bianca Belair were on the last PLE. They were in a couple of PLE matches. Um, I think Nia Jax was in the PLE as well. Um, yeah, so I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree. Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I don't think Triple H is a racist. I don't. I don't. I think it. I look. Listen, Jade and Bianca Belair were on a couple of PLEs, if memory serves me right. We also had Nia Jax. Um, of course, we didn't have the New Day. They didn't have anything for them at the PLE. Um, but I mean, yeah, I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to disagree with that. I don't think so. I don't know how you all feel about it. I don't know how you all feel about it, but I'm going to have to disagree with the assessment. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is just give me a second, folks, while I look at this. I'm going to go to my community page here. I'm going to go to my community page, and I'm going to look at because I did do a poll, and I asked you all what your feelings are on this. Um, I'm trying to find it. Just give me one second. Going through my tablet here. Um, all right. I asked you on my community tab, is WWE a racist organization under Triple H? Because MVP said the same thing about WWE. 56% of you, 56% of you said no. You said no. 56 for you, and 44% of you said yes. So, so that was your thought on that. That was your thought on that. So, getting back to what I was saying. Getting back to what I was saying. Excuse me, folks. I was just reading something here. Getting back to what I was saying. I don't think Triple H is a racist. I don't. I don't think so. Um, I think you fans have to understand that not everybody, not everybody, doesn't matter what color they are. They could be white, green, black, purple, gray, whatever it is. Not everybody, not everybody can be put on WWE's PLE television because you have to have proper storylines. Your storylines have to make sense. You can't just put somebody on WWE TV and order PLE just because they want to appease the fans, because they want to see people of diverse color on television. I mean, on the PLE. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's something you can't do. Because, like I said before, I'll say it again, the storyline has to make sense. The storyline has to make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then what's the sense of putting them on the PLE? Tony Khan, if you want me to be brutally honest. Um, so I'm going to disagree with the fans here. I'm going to disagree because I don't think he's a I don't think Triple H is a racist at all. I don't. I mean, if you feel differently than me, then that's fine. So that's my thought on that. That's my thought on that. And yeah, so that's my thought on that. Um, that I again, like I said, I just don't agree with it. I don't. Um, all right. So that's the hot topics. Those are the hot topics today at the Wrestling Chronicles Volume 3. Again, my name is Oracle. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, follow them on Twitch at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on Instagram at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on TikTok at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on Facebook at Hardcore Sports. Follow them, follow them on X at Hardcore Sports. And of course, subscribe to their YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Hit that like button on my channel. Hit the like button on the Hardcore Sports. We hope that you great Saturday morning. I sign up in here at the Hardcore Sports. Thank you so much. So that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for the Wrestling Chronicles today. You all were fabulous in the chat. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much. Make sure that you subscribe, like, hit that like button, smash that like button, drop kick that like button. Whatever you do, just smash it. Like Roman Reigns said, I smashed it. Smash that like button. It's very important that you hit that like button. Very important. And again, I want to thank you all for that Facebook like. I want to thank you all for that. It's always good. It's always a good testament when we do these shows. Because I always have fun doing these shows. You know something, folks? I just want to come on here before I say goodbye. And I want to say thank you all so much for all that you have done for me, all of the support, all of this, everything that you've done for me and making me reach 504 subscribers. I want to thank you all for doing that. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart again to thank you all. This is Thursday night was a great night for me. And I want to thank you all so much for your time and energy. I greatly appreciate you all. I really do. And I'll be back again. I will be back again in cyberspace. I'll be back again on Monday night for Raw. I hope you want to tune in and watch Monday Night Raw. Raw will be coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. We're gonna do Raw this Monday night. We're gonna have fun with Raw. Can't wait to do Raw this Monday night. It's gonna be fun. Um, and then Wednesday night we have Dynamite. We're gonna do Dynamite again. On Wednesday night we're doing Dynamite again. And then we're gonna do the wrestling experience on Thursday night at a brand new time of 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time if you keep it where it is. Yep, so we're gonna do Raw, AEW, and the wrestling experience all next week. Now, again, like I said, next Friday, I will not be available to do Friday night SmackDown. I will not be available because I'm going to be inside the Barclays Center and I'm going to watch Friday night SmackDown from my seat. We're going to do two tapings in one. We're going to do the go home show of SmackDown, which will happen on November the 1st. And we're going to do that taping in the Barclays Center. We're going to do the go home show for Friday Night SmackDown in the Barclays Center. So we got two tapings because the WWE SmackDown brand will be in Saudi Arabia. They will be unavailable to do anything live. November 1st is All Saints Day. Yes, it is, Grandizer. So I'm going to be back for SmackDown again here in the Hardcore Sports on Friday, November the 1st. Friday, November the 1st. I'll be back with that telecast. And again, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all so much for watching the Wrestling Chronicles Volume number 3. I want to thank you all so much for the in the chat. Thank you all so much for your time and energy. Thank you so much to everybody out there. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. And we're going to, oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention before I got to mention, we're bringing back AEW's Collision. Yes, Collision will return to the Encore Sports. We're bringing it back. It's coming back on Saturday night, November 2. As soon as I am done with Crown Jewel, we're going to do AEW's Collision on Saturday night. We're going to return to Saturday nights because it's all right for fighting, and it's going to be it's going to be great. So don't miss that on Saturday night, November 2. We got college football on right now. Gotta run, Earl. All right, Grandizer, enjoy your college football. You all enjoy your day. Thank you all so much for watching the Wrestling Chronicles. And thank you all for your time and energy. And of course, I'll be back on Monday night with Monday Night Raw. Until then, I'm Earl OHM and thank you all so much. We had fun today with these hot topics, and we hope that you had fun with me as well. Until Monday night, everyone, thank you all so much for your time and energy. I'm Earl Cole. Good afternoon, everyone, from all of us here at the Hardcore Sports.